Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I was trying to do that fade out this morning. So welcome to Strategic Sundays with Coach Sherea, helping you win the week, master your productivity, achieve your goals, and pursue your passions. And so I'm excited to get into our lesson. Please pardon me while I adjust this. All right. So if you're feeling overwhelmed and unprepared for the week, that's what we are here for, to help you plan. So that way you have enough time to work on your goals and your dreams and your visions. For those of you who are new to Win the Week, I am Coach Sherea. I help individuals achieve their dreams through the power of goal setting by utilizing our yearly goals journal and by joining our exclusive monthly membership. I have published over now 13 books and journals. You can visit Amazon.com. Most of my books are there. I'm the co-founder of the Goal Setters Club, a coaching organization that specializes in goal setting. And I'm a certified coach with the John C. Maxwell team, certified DISC analyst, and mom of 3 adult children, wife of 32 years, and about to be a grandmother. in the next 30 days, I think. So the goal for this session is to help you get most out of your week by planning in advance, to stay on task with the life goals that you set for yourself, to schedule your priorities rather than prioritizing your schedule, to create a consistent routine that'll help you get more during the week, and to help you stay accountable during the week. So I'm here every Sunday, 7:30 a.m. in California time, PST. And the ultimate goal is to help you plan your week so you can reclaim your time, so you can show up better in the world, so you have more time to focus on your goals, your passions, your purpose, your dreams. And a lot of times we don't reach our goals because we don't have time. We don't have time to fit it in. We got the kids, we got our family, we got our jobs, we have everything else. And then we put those things first and we don't have time for ourselves. So when you plan your week, when you plan your meals, when you plan your budget, hopefully that'll give you more time to pursue your goals, your passions. So hopefully you have your materials, your downloads. If you're part of our 1-year success plan, you should have everything in your folder for today. Make sure you create the right mood. I'll probably be with you guys about 30 to 40 minutes. And then afterwards, you want to block out maybe a couple more hours, 1 to 2 hours to do your deeper work. Make sure you get your coffee and your water or your smoothie or your juice or whatever you are drinking. So let's get ready. Repetition is the key to forming new habits. So again, if you're here with me every week, you'll notice that we repeat the same core information. I add a few updates or specifics, but essentially we follow the same plan to establish a system every week. So hopefully you have your daily planner. So we'll be using the 2024 daily planner. If you don't have it, go ahead and scan that QR code, and then you will get a digital download of the weekly planner plus a digital download of the 2024 goals journal. And it's not too late to reach your goals. Yes, we are in June, halfway through the year, but we still have 6 months. All right. So in your planner, you should have a digital download of the worksheets that we'll use during this week. I think there's about 8 to 10. You can print them out. I actually print mine out and put in this big binder, but I also upload it to GoodNotes. So you can upload it to GoodNotes if you're working on your plan and you're more electronic, you want to save trees. I print mine out because I like to see it. Plus, it's also a form of therapy for me, especially when we're doing our reflection time. So in your worksheet, let's see, I'm going to bring me down. So you have a place to put your goals for the week. You have a place for your priorities. You have your personal to-do list. You have your habit tracker. This particular calendar goes from 7 to 9. I'm usually up around 3:30 or 4. So I've already started before this planner starts. But this is pretty much the best times that I feel it's good to start your planner. What do these 3 people have in common? Elon Musk, Oprah, and Jeff Bezos. So besides the fact that they are incredibly successful, they have revolutionized the way we do business. Each one of them, as it seems, that they are following their dreams, their purpose, what they living out their childhood dreams, it appears. But the other thing they have in common is that they all have the same 24 hours. So time is the great equalizer. Time, we all have 24 hours, whether you are a business owner, whether you are a mom, whether you have a family, whether you run a business, whether you work a full-time job, we all have the same 24 hours. And so in our planning session, we want to figure out how we can maximize our 24 hours so we can live our childhood dreams. So I always start with reflection. I can't even read this quote, and I've read this quote so many times. But the reason why we reflect, because the quiet reflection comes action. So a lot of times we just go through life, going through life how we do, our routines and our habits. We get into this routine where we don't pause and figure out, hey, what just happened? I had a pastor that used to say, what is God doing? Because sometimes we'll get so frustrated with the week, and this didn't go this way, and this didn't happen, we didn't get this job. And instead of sitting back saying, what is really happening? What is God doing? How am I transitioning? So that reflection times gives you an opportunity to do that. Why should we reflect? Because reflection transforms experiences into insights. And so if you had an experience yesterday, and instead of going through that experience and figuring out the right way to do it, and then afterwards sitting back and go, what really happened? How did I change? What did I learn from that experience? What did I like about that experience? What did I not like? What can I do differently? How can I show up differently? So that is the purpose for reflection. By intentionally pausing, we broaden and enrich our thinking, and it allows us to refocus on the big picture. Reflecting could be difficult, because if you reflect correctly, you might begin to change. And sometimes change is hard, and we don't want to change. So we don't want to reflect. We just want to keep going. So we always start with reflection. Reflection is good for every week. It's good for the end of the month. It's good for the beginning of the year, or the end of the year reflection. So my past reflections, it's been a very interesting, fun-filled week for us and our family. A lot of mixed emotions. My daughter had a baby shower last Saturday, and it followed by premature labor, or not. She's not delivered yet, and so that's a lot. And then we had a funeral this week, and then we have some friends that are, going out to the service and onboarding a new virtual assistant. And I had like a little breakout. So trying to figure out what I ate and keeping a diary. I didn't show up for my accountability club or my book club this week. So, and I've been showing up every day consistently for over a year. So it was a different kind of week. The meal plan, there was no meal plan. We had a meal plan, but we ate out because we were going back and forth to the hospital and just out. So last week, there was a lot going on. This week, hopefully, it looks like it's a little stability. So trying to get my juicing back together, making sure I'm taking my vitamin supplements, making sure I stay hydrated, making sure I spend a little more time in prayer and praying differently, praying for different people, praying for doctors. And so it's a different type of week. Recommitting to my reading plan. We're starting a new book with my book club. And so last week's reflection, as I reflect, what could I have done differently? One thing we did try to do snacks and try to make as most of our meals as possible. But reflecting on this week and what I expect this week is just getting more organized, making sure I have what I need for the car, and packing bags and things like that. So mastering your daily schedule. So first things first, for me, this is how I plan my weeks. I start with my work schedule, because in addition to my business, I also work a full-time job. So putting my work schedule in first, putting the kids' schedule, recitals, PTA, anything like that, all the moms and dads. Then I go with my personal schedule, my work schedule. So maybe in addition to my work schedule, maybe there's an event happening, maybe there's a lunch happening, maybe there's a training happening. Then I go to my church calendar, my birthday calendar, anniversaries. And so I kind of go through my accountability, my book clubs, and I add those things. Then any adjustments and changes. What's new? What's changed? What's temporary? I used to have a schedule that was 9 to 5. Now I have a schedule 6 to 3. We have some temporary hospital visits, so we got to plan that. We got to plan our driving. We got to add to the budget as far as like parking and things like that. So you want to do your stability, you want to do your flexibility, and then you want to do your changes or your temporary changes. And then upcoming events. So June, We are working on our fun goals. And then, you got Father's Day coming up on the 16th. You have Juneteenth coming up on June 19th. And I'm actually planning on celebrating this year. I found um, some material that I want to kind of expound on. So I'm going to celebrate Juneteenth this year. And I'll let you guys know how that worked out. First day of summer, June 20th. And then July, we have Independence Day. And some other special holidays. So you want to make sure you plan in advance. And then I always do my celebrate everyday calendar. So I use this calendar to kind of see what fun things are happening. So, June 10th is National Egg Roll Day. I don't know how that's really going to affect me. Maybe I'll make some egg rolls. Again, June 20th, first day of summer, National Parents Day, National Ice Cream Day, International Friendship Day. So you can kind of look at some of the fun calendar holidays, especially if you own a business and maybe you make egg rolls. You want to take advantage of National Egg Roll Day. Or if like out here, the county fair is happening. So, one of the nurses told us, hey, if you're here in the county fair, make sure you go this way or go that way because the traffic is going to be different, which means your planning is going to be different. Your timing is going to be off. So time blocking allows you to intentionally schedule your most important tasks. It prevents you from filling your days reactively. And so my time blocking, this is my time block. So I have 9:30 to 3:30 a.m. to sleep, or 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. to sleep. So I try to get at least 6 to 8 hours. And then my morning routine is about 70 minutes. And then I have my accountability call from 4:40 to 6:15. And I have that now incorporated into my drive time. So I start the call at home and I end the call when I make it to my job. 5 to 9:30 is my flex time. So that's when I work on my business. I work on other things. I work on accountability group. I work on, coaching. I schedule calls during this time. And then Saturday, I have a new coaching call at 6 a.m. So I've incorporated that. Sunday, besides this call, I try to take off and I kind of use that for family time. So last minute things where I'm available. And then consolidating things. How can you incorporate maybe your exercise with your audiobook, or maybe your drive time with your audiobook? Maybe if someone else is driving or you're in carpool, you can work on something while they're driving. And so you want to figure out how you can consolidate things as well. And then your budget. Inside of your kit, you have a place for your monthly budget, your weekly budget, inside of your calendar, I'm sorry. And then meal planning. So even though we meal planned last week, because of our schedule and because of the things that were happening, we had to adjust our meal planning. And so we ate out. We had some snacks with us. We had our waters, we had our coffees, things like that. So we didn't get coffee out. We made our coffee. And so there's a lot of benefits to meal planning. There's a lot of advantages and disadvantages of not meal planning. Of course, like spending extra money, and that worksheet is inside of your calendar as well. So my 4-step method when it comes to meal planning is like we talked about, reviewing our calendar. It's going to be a little difficult this week too. So we have to figure out what days we're going to go to the hospital, what times, and then based on that, making sure we have not only our breakfast and lunches packed, but now packing our dinner so we don't have to eat out. Checking your inventory. What do you already have available? So I checked my freezer this morning. I have turkey, I have shrimp, I have salmon. So that's what we'll be having next week. Probably start with spaghetti. So I kind of go through what I already have in my refrigerator. Then I build my shopping list. Then I finalize my menu. I'm not going to go through all these. I'm going to skip some a little bit. So some inspiration for your meal planning. You could do Meatless Monday, Taco Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Crockpot Thursday, Fast Food Friday, Salad Saturday. And so if you're struggling to figure out what you want to make, or maybe you don't want to make a meal plan, Maybe you can have a meal theme. Hey, I don't know what we're going to eat on Friday, but I know it's going to be fast food. I don't know what I'm doing on Wednesday, but I know it's going to be healthy. Maybe it's going to be Mediterranean or vegan meal. Um, so you can also do themes. And then you have different options. We talked about Target. If you go to Target, they have a special section now where they have bags that are, well, in California, they do, where they already have like a pre planned meal and they have all the ingredients that you need inside of the bag. You also have emails. They don't deliver, but they give you a calendar and give you a meal plan for the week. All right. And then goal setting. Of course, we are working on our fun goals for this month. So each month we work on a particular goal in 12 areas. Last month was self-care. This month is fun. Next month is personal development. And so on our reading plan, what is this, June 9th? Now you should be researching the books and magazines and websites to support the goals. So say like from June 1st through 7th, you wrote down your goals for fun. So maybe you want to ride on a horse. Maybe you want to go skating. So now you're researching what do you need to skate? What places are you going to go that's in your area? What skates do you need? How do you research that? Writing out your information, creating your visual. So all this is inside of our portal, inside of the Goal Setters Mastermind, the reading plan. And your goal routines. And so based on the goals that you set for yourself for this year, you're going to create your routine. So if your goal is to be healthier, maybe every Wednesday you're doing workout Wednesday. Every Friday is fitness Friday. Every Wednesday is water Wednesday. Move it Monday. Walk it out Wednesday. So you just want to put at least 3 to 5 routines on your calendar to help you live out those goals that you set for yourself. And then what are you reading? So I'm a member of a few book clubs, and our book club for the Goal Setters Club, we're reading Unboard Games. And it's just because we're working on our fun goals. It's a fun book. It has games in there, family games, and it's actually broken down. It tells you what games they are and how to play them. So this is pretty cool. I'm still reading Power Moves, kind of listening to the last chapter. And then Story Selling, I'm reading this in one of my book clubs. We are just finished that, and now we're going over to Oversubscribed. And I've been listening to Day Trading Attention by Gary Vaynerchuk. I have like 3 copies, hard copies of the book, and I have the audio book. He has some scan codes in there too. And so I've been scanning some of the information in the book. So I've been doing Audible and a little bit of the regular book. And this is our book. Again, our book of the month is Unboard Games. And then once I put my calendar together, even my reading calendar, I put everything in Google. So I have it physical and I have it in Google. So that way Google tells me every day, it gives me an alert to let me know what's on my calendar. My calls are here. Everything I need is here. And you want to work on streamlining and delegating. So once you have your calendar, your schedule, your meal plan, what things can be automated, delegated, consolidated, or just straight eliminated. Can you consolidate your cooking, your cleaning, your shopping? There's a lot of options that we have. I didn't have these options growing up for delivery and food. And you can literally, if you want a boba right now or you want a coffee, you can have it delivered without ever leaving your house. And so make sure it's in your budget. And inside of the portal, there's a bunch of tips on planning, planning for change. Like I said, we had a lot of things going on last week. There's a lot of changes, a lot of adjustments. You want to plan for a new hobby, new clients, new business. Those things affect your calendar. So there are some resources for you. The 2024 Goals Journal. This is our last year printing it as a 2024 Goals Journal or yearly goals planner. We have changed the name. We have changed the color. And we have Strategic Sunday playlist on Spotify. And then if you have a business, we have a 2024 business marketing calendar, which is really good. Also, in your resource section, in the 2024 calendar, you have an anniversary calendar, you have a birthday calendar, um, and there are tips on celebrating birthdays. All right. And then here's some resources for you. If you do not have the 2024 goals journal, it is not too late to reach your goals. You go ahead and get the dynamic duo package. Go ahead and scan the QR code. Also, our yearly goals program. Let me put myself up. Our yearly success, 1 year success program is available also. You can scan that. All right. So thank you for joining me. I know I was talking a little fast this morning. We are headed out to an event this morning. So hopefully you guys are planning your week and not letting your week plan you. It was not raining when Noah built the ark. He planned in advance. He had his materials. He was listening to God. He was staying focused. All right. So I will see you guys next Sunday at 7:30. Have a